Hi guys. All right, so here is about a 20-minute review of our beginner Pilates. So just some fundamentals for you guys to practice and work on. So if you have a ball, grab your ball and just have it by your side. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. So we're gonna start by laying down on our backs. We're just gonna get right into it. So you guys lay down and center yourself on your mat. And just give yourself a nice stretch. Stretch really long, flex and point your feet. Give yourself a nice lift through the rib cage. And then we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna start with our alignment. So remember, our knees are in line with our hip bones. The heels are in line with the sit bones. And then let's just find our neutral. So we can take our little diamond hands and start to do a couple pelvic tilts where you're flattening the spine, your fingertips will gently lift, and then you're reaching your pelvis long, your fingertips will kind of start to dip down a little bit. You'll create a little arch into your low back. So you're flattening your low back by curling your tailbone under, and you're reaching your pelvis long by creating a little lift, a little arch into the low back. Just do that 1 or 2 more times so you can get your pelvis moving. And then we're gonna find our neutral. So remember, that's kind of halfway between flat and arched. And our fingertips are nice and flat. That triangle is flat, like we could just rest a little glass of water right on top of our pelvis. So remember, you have your pubic bone here at the base and the hip bones here, making kind of a little triangle. So get comfortable with the pelvis and where it is in space. So starting with our breath, remember our diaphragmatic breathing. For now, we're just trying to learn how to expand out without too much technical detail. So just inhaling, you're pushing your belly button out and up to the sky to really make it big and fill it up with air. And then you're gonna pull your belly button towards your spine as you exhale the air out. So we're inhaling to fill, and we're exhaling to deflate. Inhaling to fill. Really fill out to the sides, up to the ceiling if you can, and then pull it all in through center on your exhale. Keep your breath going. Now make sure that you're not curling your tailbone under, flattening your back. You're staying in that nice neutral throughout your whole breath. Inhaling to fill and exhaling to really pull the belly button in towards the spine. Just do 1 more here. And a nice audible exhale to really feel everything connect deeper into midline. Take a break here, just recheck your neutral, so do a little rock pelvic tilt, and then find that neutral again. Take your little fingertip claws and go over the hip bones here in the front, and then we're gonna do a little cough. So that's gonna remind you that transverse abdominis, that muscle that cinches our waist. Remember those tight pants we're trying to squeeze into. We are gonna stay here and try not to engage that muscle, but work more on the pelvic floor. So imagine that you have to go to the bathroom, you're in a line, you're holding, and you're just gently lifting the pelvic floor without tightening this muscle up here. So this is really hard to differentiate, but just give it your best try. So you have to go to the bathroom, you're trying to stop the flow, you're just feeling that canal, that deep pinch in and up. Imagine it's that elevator where you're getting into the elevator, you're sealing the door, and then the elevator is lifting up from the lobby. Maybe you're trying to get up to the penthouse. Do a couple more of those, seeing if you can isolate the pelvic floor and keep the abdominals out of it. Okay? So we're rushing along because you guys have been here before, and you can just kind of keep working on this. You can break down each task as you come. And then we're gonna add a little breath and add it all together. So we're gonna inhale to fill. And on your exhale, you're gently gonna start to exhale, lift the pelvic floor, and then cinch the waist as you blow all your air out. Really expel the air. So you're ready to inhale and fill. And exhale. Lift the pelvic floor. Keep cinching the waist, pulling all the abdominals in towards midline, and then you're ready to fill it up again. And exhale, pelvic floor, really get all that air out. Keep practicing your breath because we're going to go into our 100. So trying to get an inhale for 5 and an exhale for 5. Starting the inhale, so we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale and exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Inhale and exhale. Take a break. And just do a couple pelvic tilts and find your neutral again. So let's add in the arms. Reach your arms long by your side. So remember, we open the collarbones, we reach them out to the side walls, we reach long through the fingertips. Start reaching the arms up and down. Imagine my arm is under your hand, under your wrist, under your forearm, and you're pressing down into my resistance. We don't want loose, floppy arms. We want to press and widen as we pump. Remember, we are energizing our back body. So even though we're laying on our backs, we should really be connecting down into our back body. So we're going to inhale and pump 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. One more just to practice. In and exhale. Good, relax the arms. For those of you who want a little bit more, take your ball, bring it under your head, and just feel that little lift of the chin. You're kind of keeping your eye on your belly button, so you can stay here as you pump. If you want a little bit more, you're gonna gently lift your head just so you soften the pressure on the ball and do your 100 here. So I'm going to demonstrate just with the head down. I think most of us are down here, or maybe we don't have a ball quite yet. So we are going to get going. We're going to do 10 breaths. Here we go. Float the arms up. Stretch them long, widen the collarbones. And here we go. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and pump. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Big breath in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach your arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more. Pump into the back body. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the arms. There's your 100. Good job. Maybe you want to pull your knees in and give yourself a little stretch. And if you had your head up on the ball, take the head off and just roll your head from side to side. And then bring the feet back down. Let's go back and practice our upper body. So we're widening the collarbones. We're pressing firmly into the mat. We're going to practice our half curl. So remember, we're getting up here into our upper abdominals. We're imagining the ribs coming together to float the head up. So let's go back into our breath and see if we can connect a little deeper into the upper abdominals. Remember, those are the obliques. They kind of help connect everything in towards the center. So go ahead and take a big breath in, fill yourself up. And we're gonna layer the abdominals. Exhale, start to lift the pelvic floor, start to pull the belly button in, and use your hands and just hug those ribs together. It's the last little bit of air you have blowing out, and we're gonna inhale, fill it back up. Start your exhale, lift the pelvic floor, pull the belly button in, tighten that waist. And the last little bit of exhale, plug those ribs together. You can use your hands and connect the ribs. Good. And then just take a break. Let's all put the heels of our hands actually up here on our rib cage. I think we did this in class. And we're going to use our hands to help us lift the head. So just to prepare, everyone dial the chin down towards the chest and then just lift it back up. You're not lifting your head off the mat. You're just dialing, like you have a little dial through your ears. You're just dialing the chin down. You're getting prepared to lift the head. So we're going to dial the chin and hold there. Now let's take a breath in. Let's exhale. Pull the belly button in. Pull the ribs together. Keep the chin tucked and lift the head by using the upper abdominals. And then lower down, keep the chin tucked. And then when the head lands, you can let the chin lift. So if it helps to use the heels of the hands to connect the ribs together, go for it. We'll do it one more time. Inhale. Start to exhale, layer the abdominals. Start to nod the chin to the chest. Hug the ribs together. And that's what lifts you up. Keep the chin tucked as you unwind. And then let the chin lift as you lower. So I'm going to bring the arms back down by the side and we're going to do 4 half curls. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod chin to chest. Connect the ribs as you lift the head up, reach the fingertips long, and then uncurl, keeping the chin tucked, and then let the chin lift as soon as you land. Again, inhale. Exhale, dial chin to chest, connect the ribs, scoop the belly button, lift the head up, keep the shoulders back and down, and then uncurl. Keep the chin tucked until you land, and then let it lift. 2 more. Exhale, layer, nod the chin to chest, lift up, scoop the belly button in and up, and uncurl. 1 more. Try to keep the shoulders back and down. Exhale, and lift yourself up. There we go. All right. Take a look from side to side. Roll your head from side to side. And then we're going to add in the arms. Just remember how we use the arms, okay? So we're going to inhale, float the arms up to the ceiling. And then exhale, reach the arms above the head. Remember the shoulders stay down. So we're going to glide the shoulders down the back. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, plug the shoulders, widen the shoulder blades, and bring yourself all the way back down. Floating arms. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, plug the shoulders down. And exhale, reach long through the fingertips, so widen through the collarbones, widen the chest. Inhale, float up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, float up. And exhale, widen and reach. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, float up. And exhale, reach it long. Let's float our arms up to the ceiling. And let's add on. Inhaling here to prepare. On your exhale, nod chin to chest. Press the arms down, curl the head up, and reach. Inhale, everything goes down, the arms float back up. Take another inhale here to prepare. Inhale. Exhale, dial the chin to chest. Curl yourself up, half curl. Reach the arms down by your hips. And then everything floats up to the ceiling and lower the head. 2 more. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale, dial and reach. Half curl up. Reach through the fingertips and uncurl chin to chest. And then let the chin lift. Good. Last one. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, really press from the backs of the shoulders to curl you up. Protect the neck. And then uncurl just like you did when you came up. Nice job. Okay, let's move on to the legs. Bring your hands back down. Make your little hook fingers over the hip bones. And we're going to start to stabilize the pelvis. So take a minute just to lift one foot and then the other. Start to pay attention to how these hip bones maybe want to dip from side to side. Maybe you're feeling one lower and one lift. Okay, so remember that's not how we're going to march. We're going to work on stabilizing through the pelvis to keep the pelvis very still. Remember we have 3 zippers, one right up through the center of the belly button, and then we have 2 on each side that's going to help float this leg up. So we're going to inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, lift that right zipper and float the leg up into tabletop. Did the left side move? Pay attention to that opposite side and lower the leg back down. Now let's switch to the left side. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift that left zipper way up here by the spine into the abdominals and float that left leg up. See this 90-degree? That's going to give you a little bit more effort. If you feel like that's too hard, you just drop that heel down to the seat and focus on moving the femur, this thigh bone. Okay, so we're working on stability from side to side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, start to deepen and layer the abdominals so you stabilize the pelvis, then float the thigh up. Inhaling as you lower. Exhaling to move. Move to the left. And inhaling to lower. Really keep the abdominals tight, cinching the waist as you go from side to side. Remember to exhale with exertion, so you can go slower than I am and really just set up each time. But ideally, you're keeping these hip bones very level. You're not letting one sink or dip as you go from side to side. You might want to break this down and just focus only on the transition from right to left, left to right. So as you're switching the foot, you really want to deepen the abdominals here. You're imagining that the belly button is pulling in and up, and it's pulling the hip bones closer to center. And then when you feel like you have a really nice, quiet, still spine, you can start to float the legs up a little higher. So lots of options for you to practice this, but you're going to go back to the abdominal layering. Make sure you're getting your exhale going prior to lifting the legs. So for a little extra credit here at the end, we're going to float one leg up and then the other leg up. And then bring right leg down and then the left leg. Excuse me. So this puts a lot of more force into the back. You might feel your pelvis being pulled forward. It's heavier with both legs. So really pull the belly button in, maybe flatten out the back a little bit, and then bring one leg up on your exhale. Deepen the exhale even more and see if you can bring the other leg up to meet it. Maybe hug the legs together once you get up there, and then lower one leg and then the other. So let's do it together. We're going to inhale. Start the exhale. Really pull the belly button up into the rib cage. Float the right leg up and then the left. Try not to let the weight of the legs tip the pelvis forward, and bring the right leg down and then the left. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Float. Keep exhaling. Float that left leg. And then come back down. So you can practice that. If that's too much, just keep the legs down and do one at a time. So we're going to wrap this up. This is just a quick little flow that you can do to kind of practice on these principles. We're going to end with 3 breaths in tabletop, and we're going to curl our head. So we're going to put it all together. If it doesn't feel right for you, don't do it, but maybe work into it. So here's some options. You can work on just keeping the head up if you want to work here. You can work on the legs, keeping the legs up and the head down. You could also work on one leg at a time. Maybe you want to curl the head up as well. So there's lots of different options. You find your working level, but I'm going to cue the full finale. We're going to put it all together. So reaching the arms long by your side, we're going to inhale to prepare. On your exhale, Bring one knee up and then the other. Take an inhale here. And on your next exhale, curl your head up, dial chin to chest. Exhale, bring those ribs together. Here we go, pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, in, 3, 4, 5. Exhale all your air out. Reach through the fingertips. Uncurl the head like you learned. Lower one leg down and then the other. And that's it. So maybe I'll try and make you guys another video where I add in the roll up. But this was just to get you going, and hopefully this helps. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.